folks, welcome back to another wonderful episode of Raindance with me, Jesse Corbeil. What I want to talk to you guys about today is my Gransfors Bruk Swedish carving axe. I've had it since late December. Well, I've had one since late December. This was a very late gift from someone, not on YouTube. But the first one had some kind of weird damage on the handle, and not knowing how deep the damage went, I contacted Lee Valley about it, and they said, sure, send it back. We're out of stock right now until the end of February, so if you want, if you feel it's safe, use your axe until then. We'll send you another one, and then you can put your old axe into the box we sent you the new one in, send that back to us. Sound okay? And I said, yeah, it sounds fabulous. So this one I've had since the end of February. And I think I've had it long enough now to do a review. In my day job as a writer, I've done a lot of reviews on product, on movies, on books. So I feel that this is one area where I'm kind of at home. But with this channel, what I can do is write a review after having used something for weeks or months. Whereas, for my clients and stuff, when in publishing, you get something, you fire out a review and you send it back or whatever, or you get to keep it sometimes, depending. But unless you're reviewing a movie, what that means is that you almost never have enough time to do a real honest review, because you haven't gotten to the end of something yet. So that will not be the case here. Even if I get to the point where people are sending me things, I will not review something until I've at least used it for 2 weeks. Like if it's a knife or something, after a couple of weeks I kind of know. There's still a review of my Campbell knife coming, now that I'm in a place where I can do a lot more filming. Which unfortunately today is my very bushcrafty backyard. I'm going to get into the forest at some point soon, guys. It's been a really busy summer. But that's an excuse. That's not an axe review, so let's get to it. Okay, this is what Gransfors calls the Swedish carving axe. The measurements, like the vital statistics, are it's a 37 centimeter handle, which is 14.5 inches, 14 and a half inches. It weighs a kilogram, which is an even 2.2 pounds. This one's it's not quite. And the bit, 11.5 centimeters across, or 4.5 inches. It's a good weight. It's well made. I mean, it's a Gransfors, right? So it's going to be fairly solid. Same as all of them, there's a 20-year warranty. Now, one thing about that warranty is that's not on the handle, okay? The warranty is only for the head. So just bear that in mind, when we're all trumpeting about a 20-year warranty. Oh, my handle broke. Well, you're on your own. But, I mean, you still can't fault. That's not a ding. I'm not expecting any difference. I mean, wooden-handled axes, the handles break. That doesn't mean they're bad axes. That just means you're using them. So it's not a bad thing. You just put another one on, I think they have two options. Well, they've got a bunch of options. The first is, the grind, right? This one is ground for a right-hander like me. It's a flat. It's not really flat. It's, the bevel is on the right side, and the left side is almost flat, but there's a tiny, tiny bevel on it, just enough to keep it from, digging in too much while you're chopping on something. There's a lot of control with this axe, and I think that if it had been like really flat, like a chisel, it would have dug in too much. I've had that issue with a draw knife before, where the really flat side, it just bites too hard. So I'm really glad that they just added that tiny little curve to it. I mean, you can see that, like, anyone who's used to a foresty axe will find this head shape to be really kind of weird looking. Then you might find the extreme curvature of the helve kind of weird as well. And I mean, but that's what makes it a carving axe. You know, it's funny to look at. It's kind of like, I mean, you guys know how I feel about the axe, right? They're beautiful, stem to stern, almost. But I kind of see the carving axe, like this one, and those who have like the more expensive ones, like, you know, those really light Svante Yarv and all those. They're pretty universally kind of weird looking. I kind of feel it's like taking, like a hammerhead shark, you know? You take this beautiful, sinuous, you know, hydrodynamic form of a shark, right? And then, and you think, okay, that happened, you know? So I kind of see this is the same, you know, it's an axe, it's gorgeous, it's got such a, okay, more extreme curve than I'm used to, but it's still weird looking. But now that I've used the axe for what it's designed for, and I know what every curve on this axe is for, I don't have a problem with that. You know, it's like this curvature here. It's got a really curved bit, and what that does is when you're hacking away, it's slicing as well as chopping. So it's just, there goes a piece of wood, there goes another one. It's like easy, easy. You know, the curve here is like everywhere you hold it on the handle gives you a different feel. Like up here is good for a lot of control, right? Because of this weird kind of beard here, you can get right up behind it, man. Boom, 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 boom. You're shaving stuff off exactly where you want to be, right? There's no crapshoot with this axe. Down here, you got a lot more power. You know, down here, I wouldn't really use that down there. But if you're maybe chopping, like making a totem pole or carving out a canoe or something, you know, like the further back you go, the more this big heavy hunk of metal does the work for you, you know. Because of this weird curvature though, it took me a while to get used to the way if you hold it down here, it really throws itself forward. I prefer holding it further up, you know, because I'm not using this to make firewood, you wouldn't, and I like the control further up. But I respect the power down here. When I'm really just starting on a log, I'll usually hold it down here. But I have to get used to the way it throws itself forward, the way my other axes don't, you know? Another thing is, it's a kilogram, and that's a two-sided coin. The first side is amazing because it really helps make wasting wood effort-free. The bad side is that it makes wasting wood not effort-free, in that you're going to build up some serious muscles here, man. I am definitely stronger right here than I used to be. I'm still at the point where spending an afternoon with this axe gets kind of tiring right here, but it's a lot better than it used to be. And that you can't fix. You just have to work with it and let it make you stronger. So in use, it's great for the initial chops. You can really, like, if I'm making a spoon, it's great for making the blank, and especially because with that one-sided bevel and all the control, especially down at the heel, if you've drawn a line, you can get right up to that line, okay? But when it gets to like carving off the back of the bowl or whatever, no, there's no way. I'm going to my my little Wetterlings that you guys have seen a million times, and my Sloyd knife. You know, this is not for that fine a job. Now this is a really dry piece of birch. So I mean it's a whole different ball of wax than using a nice green piece of wood. But I'm kind of out of green wood at the moment. Another reason to hit the forest. Like using just standard, you know, you make your little chops and then you come in hard. Works fine. It's practically effort-free except for the weight. You know, like you hold it further back and you just, because of the shape of that blade, it slices as well as chopping. So it's perfect for getting rid of a lot of wood really quickly. Whereas if I get a little closer in with, you know, the heel, I can, you know, be a little more exact. The toe I haven't yet discovered what to do with. I find it a little awkward, but like it's slicing as it chops, which makes it a joy to use. Even though it's got a bit of extra weight on it, I can really localize what I'm about to do, you know? And because of the nature of that one-sided bevel, like an axe with a heavier bevel on the left side, like my Wetterlings for instance, tends to skip off a lot. This one doesn't do that, it just bites. It's hungry for wood, you know? So it's a good capable axe. One issue I do have with it is with the leather. I find that my Wetterlings has better leather. It doesn't have the same kind of really finished, quasi-shiny surface, but I find that the Wetterlings leather feels a little heavier. It seems to take polish a little better. The leather for this axe has a snap, which for this axe is not a problem because I'm not taking it into the forest. One of my major peeves with the Gransfors line, the Wetterlings, just sort of this style of Scandinavian axe is that they all attach with a snap, which, as I said, for an axe that I'm going to, you know, close up, oil up, close up, put on the wall, I don't care. For the other axes, they're marketed so that, you know, you can take this axe, slip it into your belt, snap it on, and like walk through the forest all footloose and fancy free. And I'm not going to do that because I have no interest in getting a leg full of stitches. Guys, put a buckle on. Yeah, for what these axes cost, put a damn buckle on. Charge me $1 extra and put a damn buckle on the mask. After blowing like $120 or $129.99 for my small forest axe, I don't want to have to go to a custom guy and get a new mask made. No, put a buckle on. For this, it doesn't matter, you know, because it's not coming into the forest. You're not going to take this axe into the forest. This is a workshop-only axe. Even if your workshop is, you know, out in the back 40s somewhere. What I mean is you're not going to take it and cut firewood with it. It's not made for that, and you will be disappointed if you buy this as an all-round axe. You know, so the upshot is, do I back it as a purchase? Hell yeah. It's pricey. I think this was $190 at Lee Valley. But for what it is, it's a great buy. So, you know, bear in mind that it's a kilogram. So, bear in mind that you're going to work out. But if you're looking for a good first axe that costs less than, you know, the lighter, the Svante Jarvs and stuff like that, this is a good purchase. If you're just looking for something heavier to add to your toolbox to waste, you know, for initial wood wastage, yeah, urban living. If you're looking for something, you know, for initial wood wastage, like to take something from, you know, a log down to a spoon blank or something, it's a great choice. You know, that heavy head will do most of the work for you. So yes, even though I find that, you know, the mask leather isn't as nice as the Wetterlings, that's not a make or break thing for me. I think this is a good buy. I'm glad I have it, and I back it as a buy for anyone else who's thinking of getting into carving or just wants to add a heavier tool to the box. So yeah, I guess that's all she wrote. Oh, if you like this video, please hit the thumbs up. If you don't like this video, hit the thumbs down, because then I'll know you watched it long enough to have heard what I just said. Thumbs up or down, I get off on interaction. And that really is all she wrote, so thanks for watching, guys.